to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Bella Vrita, I do think that worked. It's Trajectory Tuesday. We're with Loretta and Wenzel, Mama and Papa Soul Wisdom on the Heart of Influence. So we're exploring that superpower of integrous influence, Bella. And please, who's here today?
Sean, we have people coming out of clown cars. We have multi-producers on this show. And so we're going to turn it over to Loretta. I shared with everybody in the green room. She's going to share one thing about each person as we introduce them, and then they will share their fun facts. And so Loretta, I'm going to kick it over to you. And who do you want to introduce first?
Well, let me welcome to the show Naomi Carrington-Hockman. She is a world-renowned major transformation expert, international speaker, best-selling author, and philanthropist. And what I love about her and all her expertise and brilliance, she's a beautiful soul. Naomi.
Let's welcome Naomi. Naomi, Plato, the Greek philosopher, shared, and maybe he was a friend of yours, he's a friend of ours. Play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. And so, Naomi, we kick this game off with a fun fact. That fact could be a headline that's adventurous, surprising, something you're super proud of, but the key distinction is a headline versus a story. Because I got a lot of folks here. So, for example, I got attacked by a shark while surfing. That's a headline. The story is, my parents moved to New Jersey when I was 4 years old, and my mom didn't like the water, but my dad did. That's a story. We're not going with that. Just a headline fun fact that will make us say, Naomi, no way. So please, Naomi, what is your headline fun fact?
Next week, I'm going to Antigua. Location, country 60.
Wow. 60 countries going to Antigua. Naomi, as one of more than 8,000, because we've rechecked the math recently, people that have been on the Heart of Influence, illustrating a magically masterful headline fun fact. 60 countries, Antigua to come. Congratulations, Naomi. And Naomi, are you ready to have a little bit of fun? Maybe not as much as going to Antigua or 60 countries, but an hour's worth of fun with us on the Heart of Influence today with Loretta and Perrin. Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Let's
I'm
go.
ready.
Naomi's ready. Bella Rita, we're coming back, Naomi. Come on, Bella.
Naomi's ready. Let's go, Loretta.
Let's go. So next up, we have Sheila Forson. She is founder and executive director of the Fame Center. She has a bachelor's degree in piano performance and a master's degree in interdisciplinary art. And she has over 2 decades of experience in music education. I say music makes the world go round. Sheila, where are you? There you are. Welcome to the show.
Sheila, welcome to Loretta and Parents Heart of Influence. Thank you for being here today. And please, your fun fact.
My fun fact is that I used to be an actor and I was chosen to be a stand-in for Oprah. And a stand-in is somebody who just stands there while they're waiting for the cameras to get ready and while they're waiting for the shots. And so I got to work side by side with Oprah as her stand-in.
Sheila, super cool fun fact. We're excited to have you here. You're nobody's stand-in, except maybe Oprah. That's cool too. And thanks for being here. We got Sheila Loretta. Who else is here today?
Who else is here is Cernolia Beasley. Cernolia is a seasoned professional in the financial industry. She specializes in focusing on retirement income, college planning, financial services, tax planning, and just a delightful personality. Welcome to the show, Cernolia Beasley.
Cernolia, welcome to the party. Thank you for supporting people and seeing what they don't see about money, present to it. And please, Cernolia, your headline fun fact.
I used to teach law enforcement training, non-compliance, and I'm still with the group.
So what I'm hearing from you, Cernolia, is that when I'm being non-compliant with Bella Rita, you could teach her to mace me, choke hold me, and do all sorts of interesting things. Is Cernolia that what I'm hearing?
A lot of fun things with the non-compliance training in law enforcement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cernolia, do not talk to Bella. Only talk to me.
We're best friends now.
Loretta, the pool in Grand Cayman at the Westin may have gone differently. Back to you, Loretta. Come on.
Oh my goodness. Next up, we have Rebecca Clendenden, and she is an expert with fundraising and growing nonprofit organizations. She is a Fulbright scholar. She has managed grant-funded projects, and she has held leadership positions at DePaul University and Washington University in St. Louis. Consultant for a variety of public service organizations. Welcome to the show, Rebecca.
Rebecca, welcome to Loretta and Parents Heart of Influence. Thank you so much for being here. And please, Rebecca, your fun fact.
My fun fact is that I have an unused graduate degree in religion and conflict.
Wow. That is a super cool religious degree. Don't talk to Bella either. Religion and conflict. Let's have neither reconciled on this show. Please, Rebecca, no. Thank you for being here. And Rebecca, are you ready to have a transcendent experience and resolve some conflict today? Well, at least we'll hang out.
I think she is.
All right, let's go.
She's ready. She is ready and full of kindness. So our next guest is Susan Larson. She's a senior business analyst, net at work. She has been defining and implementing elegant solutions for finance, human resources, and payroll for over 30 years. Susan enjoys travel and time with friends and family. Welcome to the show, Susan Larson.
Susan, welcome to Loretta and Parents Heart of Influence. Thanks for being here. And what's your fun fact? Please, Susan.
I have lived in 6 states and 1 foreign country.
Nice.
And what
Wow.
foreign country, Susan?
I'm sorry?
And what foreign country?
It was Mexico.
Very cool. Well, welcome, welcome. And are you ready to have a little bit of fun today?
I love fun.
Susan loves
See
fun,
ya.
Mama Soul, Bella Rita, Papa Soul. Let's go.
Let's go. Our next guest is Terry Bird. She is an author and an early childhood professional with over 20 years of experience. And she is an author, and the title of her book is Talk to Me Mama, which can be purchased on Amazon. Welcome to the show, Terry Bird.
It's so good to be here. I have met with Loretta and Sean and Perrin at the Unblinded Conference in New Jersey. My fun fact is I am now retired and I enjoy standing boards and electric bikes all day long.
Let's go all day long, Terry. All day long. Welcome to Heart of Influence. Great to reconnect. Mama Soul, we're rolling. Bella,
Let's
come on.
go.
Let's go.
Now, next up is Coach Kim, better known as Kimberly McDaniel. She is a life coach specializing in activating gifts, removing obstacles, U.S. Army intelligence captain, and married for 36 years. She homeschooled her kids for 12 years and believes in love and wellness. Welcome to the show, Coach Kim.
Coach Kim, thank you for your service to our nation, keeping us free to do fun things like this and to be free to build business and be the determiners of our destiny. So thank you for that, Coach Kim. And please, your fun facts.
Absolutely glad to be here. My fun fact is that I am airborne qualified. I have jumped out of a plane 5 times, and one of them was a night jump. And I'm still standing.
Whoa.
That is no joke.
That's next level.
Yeah. So, Coach Kim, the only
Night
thing,
jump, night dives. Ooh, that sounds
the only thing
good.
scary is to jump out of a plane at night, Coach Kim. The only thing we're fighting in that night jump is hanging out with Bella Rita when she's mad. But yes. So Mama Soul, let's go.
Yes.
Okay, next up, and the video just disappeared from me for a moment. So Angela, help me out, please. Joyce Nairo, and I see that she is from Kisii, Kenya. I visited there last year. Now, she enriches the lives of others with nutrition that feeds the mind, body, and soul. And she brings equilibrium to life, love, and language. Welcome to the show from Kenya, Joyce B. Nairo.
Thank you.
Joyce, thank you for being here today. And please, your fun fact.
My fun fact is I come from the village of Kisii, but I live internationally. I've been to over 40 countries and I speak 4 languages, including French.
That is a lot of countries, and we appreciate you being here today. Joyce joins the growth-minded, heart-centered group. Thank you for being here, Joyce. Mama Soul, growth-minded, heart-centered people, but of course, because it's you, Perrin, and Angela making it happen, please.
Absolutely. And now I'd like to introduce Angela Dodd, who is the executive director of EDLI, coach, all about nonprofits supporting businesses. Welcome to the show, Angela Dodd.
Thank you.
Angela, welcome to your show, and please, your fun fact.
Thank you all. Fun fact about me is while all my friends in high school were working after school jobs at McDonald's, I got the awesome opportunity to work at Tiffany and Company Jewelers. And it just expanded my whole perception of life and just changed me around on a whole lot of different things. So it was an excellent opportunity.
Awesome. Well, Angela, thank you for that. Thank you for causing today. And Angela, are you ready to go?
Oh, yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Belle of Rita, we got some other fine folks that are making this happen today.
We do have some other fine folks, and I will introduce these fine folks hailing from Chicago, Illinois, a prominent accountant, entrepreneur specializing in real estate accounting and investing, president of PG Wetzel and Associates Incorporated, with offices in Downer Grove and Evergreen Park, Illinois, a BA from Luther College in Decorah, and working with accountants around the U.S. around the IRS, around the world, around the IRS for 43 years, celebrating 50 years total in business. Let's welcome to his show, Mr. Perrin Wetzel.
Mr. Perrin Wetzel, thank you, sir, for all that you do, for bringing the heart, the growth mindset everywhere you go, Perrin. And please, Perrin, your fun fact.
My fun fact is the number 10. I once spent 10 seconds reviewing somebody's tax return, and they received $10,000 back, not once, not twice, but 3 times, because I amended the tax for 3 times, for a total of $30,000. You never know how 10 seconds can affect your life.
Amen, Perrin. And the other thing that I love about Perrin is when you get your door knocked on by the IRS, you call Perrin and you make money. That's my thank you, Mr. Wetzel. And I think we have an amazing woman that maybe, just maybe, those years in business might be rivaling your years married to her, Bella.
Yes, we do. The other half of the Wetzel Dynamo from Chicago, Illinois, motivational speaker, prominent family, relationship, and entrepreneur expert, empowers individuals to move forward financial freedom through business ownership. 40 plus years of work experience with various business structures, including nonprofit, for-profit, and entrepreneurship. An MBA degree from University of Illinois, and highlighted on a 40-foot billboard in Times Square for 30 days in 2022. Let's welcome to her show, Loretta Wetzel.
Awesome.
Mama Soul Wisdom, thank you, and please, your fun fact.
My fun fact is I love all things space, whether it's at the Adler Planetarium, whether it's Star Trek Live Long and Prosper, Star Wars. In fact, my husband and I are bidding to become the first African-American married couple to travel into suborbital space.
We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen, to boldly go where few people have gone before. Thank you, Mama Soul Wisdom, and shall we do the things?
We shall do the things.
Let me introduce that fine, amazing woman, feisty, heart-centered, growth-minded, that was making the introductions of the Wetzels, the co-host of The Heart of Influence, and her more than 1,000th episode. We did a recount recently. I was saying over 800. I lost count. It's more than 1,000. This woman began her career in influence selling crafts on her parents' front lawn as an 8-year-old. By the time she was 19, she was literally a 7-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. That's not easy to do. Then at 24, 25, 26 years old, like Michael Jordan, she was three-peating, but not in basketball. She's 5'3", but instead in business brokerage, where she was the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. When she did it 24 years old, she was the first woman ever to do it, period, let alone 3 straight times, and the youngest person, male or female, ever to be the #1 business broker, period. She began to train entrepreneurs in Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer, in the most extreme of conditions, published author, twice, about to be 3 times, and this extraordinary woman publicly battled cancer in 2023 and won. Let's welcome to her show, the one and only Bella Verita. Miss Bella Verita, thank you. Please, your fun fact.
My fun fact today, Sean Callagy, is what seems like decades ago, but was only days ago. I took a helicopter from Grand Cayman to Little Cayman to scuba dive on a different island in the same day. Maybe provided by Sean Callagy. I think that was only like 8 days ago, but it feels like eight decades ago at this point.
Yes, feels like another galaxy and universe. And Bella Verita may have seen some sharks, some turtles, some rays, and she may have violated Cayman diving protocol and went down to 118 feet. So if you have someone knock on your door and ask you if you know Bella Verita, deny it. Bella, let's go.
Let's go. And let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. He speaks on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins. And when he's not busy flying around, speaking on stages in front of thousands of people, he's an incredible philanthropist that in the last 2 years has raised nearly $10 million for refugees in Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Sean Callagy.
Oh, Verita, thank you for that. Very kind. Mama Soul Wisdom, Papa Soul Wisdom, Angela Dodd. Thank you for everything you do and everybody for being here today. I'm going to go with this as my fun fact. Yes, I am a blind man. Can't see anything in front of me, that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive. And today I was rushing out of the middle of the woods to find a place to do the Hearts of Influence today, this amazing show. And just a few minutes before that, I was being drooled upon by a giant caribou that was sticking its head in the car. And a few minutes after that, I was feeding a buffalo out of my hand. So that has been my day. Oh, while I was doing an ecosystem merging phone call with the biggest ecosystem merger of my life. That has been my day, Bella Verita. Hello, and I'm ready to go.
That sounds like a very fun day for sure.
Yes. Where shall we head to, Miss Bella?
How about we kick this show off with Naomi?
Naomi, here's what we're doing here. We had some fun, made some introductions, connecting for a moment. But Naomi, as I think everybody could agree, if there is any attainable superpower for human beings, it's the ability to cause yes. It's what controls our leadership, our management. It dictates our money, our time freedom, our magic, our impact, our recruitment, our fundraising for profit, not for profit, our marketing or selling. Everything is dictated by our ability to cause yes and where we cause it. So in the Heart of Influence, consider this to be a connecting space, but also a research and development space. We are in our more than 1200th overall episode, and we look into what is the opposite of pitching, hooking, closing, yuck, but what does it seem, feel like, and act like and look like when integrous people come forward to create yes. So Bella, to illustrate this, Naomi, will be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client of yours. She could be a charitable fundraising partner. Heck, she could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett. Anyone, Naomi, that it would make sense for you to cause a yes with. So Naomi, please. Oh, it doesn't have to be a sale. It could just be a yes for a longer meeting. Naomi, please. Who would you like Bella Verita to be?
Bella, if you would please be someone who could connect me to a potential client.
And what type of client is ideal for you, Naomi? Like, what's your best client?
Well, I work with service members and transitioning service members into the corporate world.
Beautiful. Bella Verita, that's you. Take us in.
Yeah. Right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, Naomi. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
What was this call about? My friend Loretta said you were going to be calling, but I wasn't 100% sure what it was about. I only had a couple of minutes, but Loretta said you got to talk to her, so here I am.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Loretta wanted you and I to connect because I specialize in working with service members who want to transition to the corporate world. And I want to make them feel confident about what they want to do next so that they can achieve and exceed the levels of success that they had in the military. And I was wondering if you knew anyone or had any insight into someone who could use my services.
Yeah, well, I currently I have a charity for veterans, and where we raise funds for them, and we have a lot of ecosystem partners that we work with that also serve veterans, and some of them looking to transition into the workforce, and some of them not even sure where to go. So is that who you're saying that you could help?
Absolutely. I can put on a workshop. I can meet with them one-on-one. It'll be amazing if we could connect and develop an approach.
And what exactly is it that you do for them, Naomi?
Well, I have a couple different options. I help them with their confidence. I specialize in how they present themselves. And then if they have a business or they're already in a corporate setting, I help them with effective business solutions. So those are the niches that I gear towards.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm interested. I'd like to find out a little bit more and see how it makes sense for us to do something. And so maybe we can meet over coffee tomorrow. How does that sound?
Amazing. I'm there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Naomi.
Naomi, great job, Belle. We'll get back to the feedback in a moment, but Belvrita, who's going next?
Next, we have our friend Sheila.
Sheila, please, who would you like Belvrita to be?
If you just want to unmute for us, Sheila.
Sorry about that. Oh, I need some suggestions. Who do I want you to be? Ooh, I need some help.
Well, Sheila, who would be a yes that you would love to get a yes from? Could be an ideal client, could be somebody that tremendously raise your identity in the world. What would be a yes that would be optimal for you?
Oh, a yes that would be optimal for me would be a grantor for who is going to give us a $5 million grant for a building.
Ooh.
It would be an investor or a governmental grant?
Governmental grant.
Go, Bella, you got it.
Hello, this is Senator Bella.
Hi, Senator Bella. I wanted to confirm that you received the grant that we've submitted and to let me know if there's anything else you need. And could you give me any feedback on whether or not we are still in the running for this grant? We are really excited about the project and the building acquisition, and I just wanted to see if it's looking good for our organization to receive this grant.
Yeah, I mean, I did take a look at it. We've had a lot of people that have applied for this grant, but since you have me on the phone and you actually caught me in between calls, which typically never happens, so I will give you 2 minutes to share with me why you think I should give you this grant over all of the other 42 applications that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know who the other 42 applicants are, But I'm going to guess that none of them have the mission vision for the community that we do. We are really specifically wanting to acquire this building and this grant so that we can further the impact for young people on the south side of Chicago. We specifically want to make sure that families have a place to come. I'm assuming that a lot of these other organizations who are applying for this grant are looking for it for their personal business and or school or even for development. But we really want to win this grant so that we can have greater impact for families and especially young people in Chicago, which we believe what we're going to do is going to reduce violence in the city because young people will have a place to come. We believe we're going to give a job pipeline opportunities for people who are looking for jobs in a creative field. And I believe we're also we'll be able to create more jobs for young people and adults here on the South Side. And I also believe we're going to create a space for arts and creativity to take place in the city and in a community where this doesn't already exist. So I am excited that this is not just going to impact us directly, but this is going to have a lasting impact for the entire South Side of Chicago, as well as students on the West Side who will be able to bus in for activities for summer camps and after school programming.
Well, Sheila, it is definitely your mission, vision, absolutely lands, it resonates with the hearts and the community for sure. So let me see what I can do to push through the application and see what I can do to support.
I definitely appreciate it, Senator. Thank you for taking my call. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Sheila.
Excellent job, Sheila. Excellent job, Belrita.
If I'm a senator, does that make me the boss of you, Sean?
You're always the boss of me, Belrita. So, boss, please, let's get to the feedbackers.
Yes, feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Naomi or Sheila, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then a little scoring system that is like the next step. So is the next step that you would rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have to have a longer conversation with Sheila or Naomi? I don't think anybody's going to be wanting that today. It's only Tuesday, no root canals today. So maybe the next step is maybe a trip to Starbucks for a little mocha chocolate and a little croissante to have a little bit longer of a meeting. However, if that doesn't seem like it's going to be enough, maybe the next step is you would be willing to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill and order the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak and of course dessert because you want the longest meal possible. But if you're a vegan, maybe you're having like a salad and French fries, but you're not going to skip out on dessert because you definitely want to have the longest meeting possible. And so let's start with, or if that's even not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private jet, fly anywhere in the world. Of course, picking up Angela, Mama Soul, Papa Soul Wisdom to have the longest meeting possible. So let's kick this off with Miss Terry Bird. And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Naomi?
My feedback for Naomi is it's a good thing that she's working with our veterans. Sometimes they get pushed to the side. And I understand wanting to help them and add them to your group. That's a good cause. My feedback for Sheila is definitely my heart. I work with children. I love children. Children are my vision, my passion, my purpose in life. So anything that's going to promote our children and help our parents with their children, that's my future. That's our world. And I want to promote that. So my vote's going to go with Sheila.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Terry. Outstanding. And what's next? Cup of coffee, seafood tower, private room, private jet. What's coming next?
I think that Sheila and her team and I need to fly off somewhere quiet, maybe St. Martin, be on the island for a little bit, have our own villa, and then we can work together and snowball the events and the things that are going to happen to bring in our backers, to bring in our families, and to make it as stress-free as possible for our families. Because our families get made a lot of promises. I don't want promises. I want guarantees. And this team with Sheila is going to guarantee that they get the support, they get the business that they need, that their children are going to be safe and secure. And you can create so much in a mind of a child when they feel safe and when they feel secure. I do it all the time.
We're going to St. Martin. We're flipping a coin in the French or the Dutch side, Bella. Maybe hanging out with my mom at her timeshare. Let's go.
French side. Got it.
Let's do it.
French side.
That's my favorite.
Parlez-vous, un, deux, trois. Let's go, Bella.
Yes, uno, dos, tres. Yeah, what you said. Let's next go
Un, deux,
to
trois.
Sir Nolia. Did I get it?
Yes.
Yay!
Got it.
How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sheila?
For Sheila, I could hear the passion of her mission and her vision. I think that takes a lot when you are speaking because the passion is there of her community, and she really wants to thrive on that. So obviously there are thousands, millions of applicants before yours, and so that I think is what makes you stand out. Is that your passion? You could feel it. You could feel it in what you're saying. So I commend you for that.
Awesome. Mr. Nolia, what will be the next cup of coffee, private room dinner, jet? What's happening?
I would say, if that was me, I would say, come on, let's talk more, to see how we could make things happen. Because as Terry said, we're tired of we need the guarantees. Let's see what we could do to get things happening, shaking and moving.
So cup of coffee.
Here we go. Mocha
Yeah,
chocolate.
cup of coffee. Let's get things implementing.
Let's go, Bella.
Okay, let's
Let's
go.
Bella. Come on, Mama Soul. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go. Next up, let's go. Joyce. Joyce, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Naomi?
Wonderful. I think Naomi did a great job when she was asked what she would do, and she was able to articulate what she would do for the client. There was a question what she would do for the client, and I thought that she articulated it very well. And I think there was a good flow of her answering the questions that were being asked. She did a good job with that.
Awesome. And Joyce, what will be next? A cup of coffee, a meal, or a private jet?
I think having a meal, flying to Paris for dinner would
Whoa.
be a good idea.
I'm hearing a big French influence today, Bella Rita. A big French influence. Yes, Bella Rita.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui, je parle très bien français, madame.
Whoa.
Oui, bien.
Merci.
Sean, like attracts like, because Sean called me earlier and he was in an Uber with a French-speaking person that he could not communicate with. So that just must be the vibe for the day, Sean.
The caribou only spoke French also. So let's go, Bella Rita.
All right, next up, let's go, Susan. Susan, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Naomi?
I like the tenaciousness. I like the seeking out the power that can get her the answers that she needs, and her enthusiasm as she does so.
Yeah.
And Susan, what will be next?
I think, while I'd love to travel and go somewhere, I think I'd rather concentrate at Capitol Grill so we could really focus in and not have distractions.
Let's concentrate. Because you know what happens when you get a little crazy with the shared experiences, Bella? Like today, there's deer with horns that are actually nudging people with their horns to be fed more carrots. Like that's a thing that would not be flying in the United States. So the Capitol Grill private room, I'm down. Let's go, Bella.
I'm down. My level 5 listing tells me Susan's means business. So thank you for that.
She does.
Yes, she means business. Let's go, Coach Kim. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sheila?
Yeah, I thought, Sheila's focus is just a heartfelt topic. I mean, it's almost an easy pitch, but the issue becomes, everyone talks about it, but she has a strategy to apply and to, put it to activate it. And I was just like following the bouncing ball with her at every stop.
And I was like, why are we still talking? Let's go find some kids. Like, why don't I live in Chicago? Like, I mean, it just sounds magnificent and very, very promising. So yeah, I thought it was fabulous.
And what will be next, Coach Kim?
I'm like, let's go to Starbucks. We don't have to stop and get coffee. Just drink some water and let's go. We don't have time to be blowing. Let's do the thing. Roll the sleeves up and find some people and get it in motion.
Let's go, Coach Kim. Sleeves up. Let's go get it, Bella Rita.
Let's go get it. Great job, Coach Kim. Let's go, Miss Angela Dodd. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sheila?
Oh, wow. This is easy. This is fun. I mean, Sheila, you got your value proposition top of mind. And I think that is impressive. I'm kind of between the coffee and the dinner because I kind of want to get some things done as well. Probably closer to the dinner than the coffee. So I just love that you had your value proposition top of mind and you were not scared. The confidence came through. So it was fantastic.
Beautiful. Excellent job, Angela. And next step would be dinner, you said?
Yeah, let's do the dinner. Let's do the dinner.
Let's do dinner,
Sheila
Bella.
and I do coffee enough. So let's do the dinner.
Come on, Bella.
Let's do it. Let's go, Papa Soul Wisdom. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Naomi?
Naomi, I like your certainty in regards to you know what you wanted to do, how to go about doing it, and the energy that you bring to the table. And that energy, when transference of energy is critical when anytime you wanted to develop rapport with individuals. So I would want to go out to dinner to the Capitol Grill.
Capitol Grill, private room, Perrin with slinging steaks and seafood towers. Bella, come on.
Slinging the steaks. That is fun. Much different than what I was slinging in high school, but we'll save that story for a different day. Mama Soul Wisdom, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sheila?
Sheila, loved your passion, confidence, your ability to demonstrate the demographics, the results if you receive the grant, and your anticipation, optimization, focus on connecting individuals to the pain. Because if those kids don't have a place to go, then there could be increased violence and all sorts of negative consequences. So that would be my optimization for you. Focus on connecting people to the pain, and Capitol Grill all the way. Seafood Tower, let's go.
Seafood Tower, let's go. Mama Soul Wisdom. Bella Rita, it's her time to put me in the hot seat. Mama Soul, Papa Soul, Angela, you know what it's about. Just take a little easy on me. I'm still coming off of Cayman. My throat's a little sore. Please, Bella Rita, come on.
Yes. You think I would take it easy on you because you were nice to me last week, but today's a different day. So Mama Soul, Papa Soul, Angela, and everyone, this is the time in the show that I have the honor and privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. Group Wetzel, Don, you guys get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about my scenarios, or you can come up with something much harder on your own. Team, are you ready to hear what we have for today?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. Option number one is, Naomi, Sheila, maybe they knew what they were doing. Maybe they didn't. They got thrown into the picture. Naomi's saying no. So I thought maybe we can help them out a little bit. So option number one is Sean could role play Naomi going from hello to yes with the Chicago Veterans Association to do an ecosystem merger and a shared experience called a webinar. So Sean would play Naomi going from Hello to Yes with the president of the Chicago Veterans Association to do a webinar together where Naomi could offer her services. So that is option number one, because we talk about the importance of ecosystem merger and shared experiences. Option number two is Sean would role play Sheila going from Hello to Yes with First Lady Obama to write a letter to the grant, the Mr. Grant person in support of them giving the $5 million to Sheila. So that is option number two, and to get Michelle Obama's support for Sheila. And then option number three is I was reading that in Chicago, there's like this thing for going on the state for policymakers to include genetic testing in health insurance. So option number three is Sean would role play an advocate for getting the genetic testing included in health insurance, and he would be going from Hello to Yes with the Mr. or Mrs. State Health Policy Maker. So those are the three options that I have for you today. Any of those three options tickle your fancy, or do you have something much harder you'd like to see Sean do?
Hey, Angela and Karen, I have a selection, but let's hear from you.
I'd like to do number two.
Okay. That is the first with First Lady Obama.
Yeah.
What you have?
I had number three.
Can I vote for number two?
No, because we are quickly running out of time, so I got to make a decision. So let's go with number two.
All right.
Role playing Sheila with rescinding the request to having a conversation with First Lady Obama.
All right, Miss Loretta, and who should play First Lady Obama?
Coach Kim.
Coach Kim, are you up for playing First Lady Obama?
Take yourself off mute. There you
Yes.
go.
Yes, I am.
All right. Sean, you're role playing Sheila. Anything you would like to know about this role that you are taking on?
The yes I'm causing is?
The yes you are causing is asking former First Lady Obama to write a letter, have a conversation with the grant folks in support of Sheila getting the $5 million grant for the building.
Right. And the building overall is for people, youth to attend, to stay safe, to disrupt patterns of violence and taking people down the wrong road. Sheila, correct?
She is shaking her head, yes.
That's correct. Yes, it's an art center for youth so that they have creative opportunities to stay in a good space, stay in a safe place in the afternoon.
Awesome. Okay, so hello, is Miss Obama available?
Hold, please. She should be with you shortly. Hello, how may I help you?
Hi, Miss Obama. This is Sheila. We had a 3-minute call scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Your timing is perfect. What do you have for me, Sheila?
Well, first of all, Ms. Obama, I am present to the fact that you know who you are, but I just want you to know that I know who you are and what an honor and privilege this is to have this conversation. I will keep it to the 3 minutes we had allotted. I know we're at 2 minutes and 40 seconds and counting, so I'm incredibly grateful. And if I may ask you, with all of the people who want your time and attention, what prompted you to accept this conversation with me? I'm extremely grateful.
Children are always at the top of my priority list, so I'd like to see what you have that might be unique and creative, and that would put your requests at the top of the pile, because trust me, I get children, requisitions daily, because everyone in their geographical area does indeed believe that their children matter, and they actually do. So what do you have for me, Sheila?
Yes, well, thank you, Ms. Obama. What I have for you is not a request for funding. It's a request to recreate how all of funding occurs and have this be a pilot test project. We have an incredible challenge, which is the government through taxation and through an incredible battlefield of requests really have a commonality of people making heart-centered, cause-based requests. And so, is this a good cause? Is always the first consideration. And as you know, Ms. Obama, there are virtually endless good causes. And I'm not about to sit here and tell you that an arts center for teenagers should be more important than cancer research for children. And we go right on down the list of all the other needs. But the second consideration is the efficiency of how funds are used. So we have like great cause, check box, and there's so many. And efficiency of deployment of resources, check box. There's so many that do that as well. So the question becomes, why would this be different? Well, I'm proposing to you, Ms. Obama, there's a third criteria. And the third criteria is how sustainable can an enterprise become to make itself self-funding? And that's what we're discussing here, Ms. Obama. And there is so much polarization between the right and left on issues of funding. The left holds the space of we're good, we're kind, we create safety nets and help people, and says the right is so horrible and doesn't care. And the right says that of course we care, but the left screws everything up because they just waste money. What if both are true and neither is true? What if there could be a space where we create massive acceleration, but have authentic structures of accountability and how funds are used and when entities can move into privatization? And Ms. Obama, I know what this is all about is that I have these friends, Loretta and Perrin Wetzel and Angela Dodd, and they have this really kind of interesting blind guy who the only thing he's afraid of is Bella Verita. It's a longer story for a different day. But these people have shattered fundraising records and created sustainability platforms for charitable causes. So, Ms. Obama, what I'm simply requesting is an open mind to a new possibility for a uniting of people instead of dividing of people, and for actually bringing change to our inner cities. So, Ms. Obama, my proposal is a 30-minute conversation with you about this, and in a sustainable fashion to lead with value. For that 30 minutes, Ms. Obama, I have had this blind man offer to have a $100,000 donation to your favorite charity just for 30 minutes of your time. Not to buy your time and not to buy your yes, but to appropriately lead with value to kick off this conversation. So, Ms. Obama, my simple request is a 30-minute conversation. It doesn't feel like you could possibly lose for this, and potentially you could recreate the entire world of solving problems in America with this test program. So, Ms. Obama, how would it resonate with you or not to have that 30-minute conversation, please?
I do find that very interesting. I will say this, not tongue in cheek. You're right. $100,000 couldn't buy my time. So you didn't have to add that part because, my time is very valuable. But this is my thing that I want you to bring to that 30-minute conversation. I want to see numbers because you mentioned sustainability 3 or 4 times. So I want to see the target of what we put in, how long it will be funded on our end, from backstopping it to when it would turn and what the projections would be on how it would be a longer term benefit. So I'm talking, is it 1 to 2 years or 10 years, 20 years? So I would love to see the projections when we have our meeting. So yeah, let's move forward and go from there.
Amazing. As a primer, 3 years to self-sustaining, $5 million initial investment, no further requests from the government, and we make it to self-sustaining, and we will show you all the numbers. And deep gratitude, Ms. Obama, and please have a blessed day, and I'll set this meeting up over Zoom with your team.
Likewise. Thank you so much for reaching out.
Thank you.
You have a very deep voice for Sheila. I just want to say that too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Coach Kim, how'd I do with Sheila having a conversation with First Lady Obama?
I think it was, I always starting in gratitude, understanding who the players are and understand you came with a space of humility, but at the same time confidence. So that in and of itself set the stage, which I love that. And then specifically, targeting it to say, this is not what this is, right? Just so, again, you want to frame the conversation. So I thought you did an excellent job there. And as well as you laid things out, you were saying how this is different, because she or anyone is always, hey, getting handout calls, you're calling number 2348. It's like, no, this is why we're different. So I love how you painted that picture, as well as finally you painted a win. Like, this is a win for the kids, but it's a win for everyone, and bringing the two, red and blue, getting purple, get purple with it. That's always good, man. So yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Kim, and really appreciate your congruence, your certainty. I'm very impressed by your communication influence skill sets for sure. And how was your time overall, Coach Kim, on Angela, Loretta, and Perrin's Heart of Influence?
Yeah, this was lovely. This was lovely. And just think, I was in flow just an hour ago. So I'm glad that I could be here.
Thank you for being in flow and being here. So thank you, Coach Kim.
Thank you.
Sheila.
And Sean, I'm going to turn it over to you, Loretta, Perrin, and Angela, because I got to get to the green room for the next show. So Mama Soul, Papa Soul, if you can help Sean, because he is blind, so he may not be able to see everybody that's here, although he has an incredible memory and may remember them all. But if you can help him out there. And then Sean, I will see you on the next show.
Of course. Well, thank you both, Rita and Sheila. Thank you for being here. Thank you for permitting me to serve as you. How'd I do as you? And how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
You did a great job as me, probably better than I could have done. So I was taking notes on how you handled that call, and great feedback. And Coach Kim, thank you for just role playing. I was really taking really good notes on how that went. So you did a great job, Sean. Thank you so much. And this has been really, really helpful and really insightful today.
Sean, wonderful job. Naomi, likewise, it is not easy to sit in that participant seat and kick things off. Thank you for being here, doing what you do. And Naomi, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
From the moment Loretta gave me the phone call today to be on here has been a blessing upon blessing. I have taken so many notes, and there are lots of private chats going on. I am being blessed beyond probably more than I deserve. I was taken aback by being first and I wasn't quite sure what I was doing or what I was supposed to be doing. And so I think if I went second, I'd have done better, but I learned and I have grown. So thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it very much. Did a wonderful job. It's Cernali. Cernali? Is that correct?
Cernalia.
Cernalia, forgive me.
Yeah.
I can't see it. And thanks for being here. Thanks for giving feedback today. And Cernalia, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
I was truly impressed, especially with everybody on here. I've learned a lot from every single one of you guys, all the different industries. We all have our visions and missions, and just, how to communicate with others. And that's huge, as you are a business owner. And I think that this is a very great platform to practice on and to network with one another. So thank you, Loretta and Papa, my mom and dad, right? They're my second parents to me. Thank you, you guys, for giving me a call earlier today, because I had school shopping to do today, so she stopped me from doing that. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Cernalia. Great job. Mama Soul Wisdom, you want to see how some of our other fine friends appreciated and enjoyed their experience?
Absolutely. Susan Larson, how was your time today?
Well, the timing with which your lovely husband phoned me was probably excellent, Laurie. Sometimes we get into ourselves and into a vein and need that outside outreach to bring the positivity back. So I think his timing was perfect. So thank you for that.
Awesome. And we really appreciate you being here today, Susan. Thank you very, very much. Loretta.
Joyce, you're next.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This was unexpected, and I am so grateful to Naomi. It's a great thing to be a Toastmaster because you can kind of do impromptu speaking, or you can get whatever is needed on the spot. I also think I would have done better had I known I was going to be here, but I did my best and I've learned a lot. It's great meeting all of you, and I hope that we can continue to do this so that we can practice and share and support each other. I'm so happy and grateful again. Thank you.
Thank you for being here and for being an example of possibility. Loretta.
And Terry.
First of all, thank you, Loretta and Perrin, for inviting me. As always, whenever I get with a group that you two and Sean are a part of, there's nothing but knowledge. There's nothing but wisdom. As in your title, I learned a lot. And like Naomi said, I was taking notes as fast as I could because each person brought something to the table that will benefit us all and to take us further. And I greatly appreciate it.
Terry,
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And let's go, Miss Angela. How was your time today on your show and Final? Is Angela unmuted?
Angela, you gotta unmute, darling. Unmute.
I'm sorry. I do apologize. As always, I think Loretta said that she's a connector, and I got some of that same vibe going, and it's just was fantastic to connect people that really want to make a difference in the world. So this was a great experience as always. I hope we'll take advantage of reaching out to people as appropriate after the call.
Awesome. Thank you, Angela. A wonderful job. Mr. Perrin Wetzel, your final on today.
My final is I'd like to acknowledge you, Sean, and all our guests here for giving us the opportunity to bring value to individuals. Because when we, think about abundance, everybody wins. And that's the mindset of the individuals here. When we think in terms of abundance, and we want to spread that abundance to everyone. And let's spread the abundance to the world.
Awesome. Thank you, Perrin and Loretta. You, Perrin, Angela, heart-centered impact players with huge visions and desires for better things for human beings, operating with integrity, growth minds, constantly rising your mastery. And please, Loretta, Mama Soul Wisdom Wetzel, your final on your Heart of Influence.
This may be the end of the show, but it is the beginning of beautiful relationships moving forward. Let us continue to connect, to grow our businesses, to have conversations with integrity and influence as we work together to achieve more money, more time, and more magic. Please take note of the gifts that are in the chat. There's a link there, as well as a book for group influence. So take the opportunity to take advantage of those free gifts. And if you'd like to continue the conversation, there's an opportunity for 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday for us to continue the conversation of integrity influence. Back to you, Sean.
No, thank you, Loretta. We have that Wednesday. We train, we accelerate, nothing sold there. We have our group influence book. Loretta and Perrin, Woodgeson, Grand Cayman, deep training on this work. Blow your mind, your textbook for public speaking, leadership, and management with zero equivalent. Check it out. It's our gift to you. And third, a business acceleration session. This is not simply a complimentary coaching session. This is something profoundly more. Nothing sold to you there. Those are our gifts. And they end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as the possibilities right in front of all of us that are right there, at some level, we just don't see them because with those opportunities right there, Loretta, Perrin, Angela, at some level, we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
Thank you, guys. Great job. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Happy Trajectory Tuesday. See you soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Mhm.
you.